your line of credit is good to go. You can use it starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
I'm chasing the flames.
And listen, I gotta go. I'm on call with this guy 24/7. Bye.
Hello, George, it's Jaime. You know, it's season 2, George. And for season 2, we want to do that anniversary thing you do. That surf and turf with the Fred Flinstone Tomahawk Steak. You got that, George? And you got to make it seared, George. Really sear it the way you love to do. And remember, I want that aged beef, George. That's the only thing we do from now on. Aged. How about we throw a little fish in there? Some cod. What about cod, George? What do you think? My clients love cod. You better sear the cod. Maybe with that fire thing you do. And since you're doing the fire thing anyway, George, do some veggies in the fire. You know, fire roasted veggies. Fantastic. I think my clients have loved it. They tell me they've never had fire roasted veggies. They're very picky. You better make it good, George. Remember to make it good. They're very, very, very picky. All right, just give me a call when it's done. I gotta know how it is, George. I'm nervous. You got that, George?
Mountains bold, a mile high. The Rio mirrors a clear blue sky. Winds who dance with turbulent weeds. Nights burn cold, my heart is free. I'm chasing the flames, chasing the flames. Chilies grow across green fields. Hot sun glows, a dream so real. Slicing, dicing with a flare. Anticipation in the air. I'm chasing the flame, chasing the flame. Seven turfing on the grill. Now there's a way, there's a will. Flavors bursting with delight. On call, create the perfect bite. I'm chasing the flames, chasing the flames. I'm chasing the flames, yeah. Chasing the
Hey, we're back. It's season 2 of Chasing the Flames. I'm George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef. We're going to talk about what's going to happen this season. A lot of great stuff. We're going to use an Argentinian cross. We're going to use a yakitori grill. We're going to use all kinds of fun appliances and make some great dishes that'll be wow good. And we're going to use fire all season long with gas, with wood. We might even use some Bichotan charcoal, which you're really going to like because it's super hot, super fast. And we're also going to use some flavored briquettes. The jury's out on whether you really get flavor from them or not, but we're going to try it. We're going to see. Right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about fire, okay? Now, everybody has asked, I've gotten tons of emails, what do you do to start your fire? Well, you need to know the mechanics of how fire works with logs like these. Now, it's important, again, we've talked about wood, we've talked about the types of wood, we've talked about the heat, the indirect, the direct heat, flame searing, all that good stuff. We're going to talk about all of that this season, but I want you to know the mechanics of fire and being very diligent and very, very meticulous about starting your fire and tending your fire, never leaving your fire alone. That's always important. You start your fire on your bottom deck of wood. You put your fire starters around there and it catches fire, then it goes to the second deck and those logs catch on fire. When they catch on fire, they start to heat up, they start to radiate some more just like the bottom deck does, and it moves to the third deck. And they catch fire and so on till it gets to the last one or the fourth deck. Now, the last deck, this is where all those flames that started way down here, started here and here. Now, with that last deck, you've got this nice big compound flame from all those flames from all those logs. As you can see, a new look for Chasing the Flame. I'm surrounded by Kias. They're one of our sponsors, Santa Fe Kia. They decided to bring up a Telluride today, and this is my brand new Caravan. So I want to tell you, thank you, Morley Fletcher and Sasha Fletcher, for sponsoring Chasing the Flames. And in Chasing the Flames Season 2, we're going to be introducing a lot of products, things that you're going to be able to use in your outdoor cooking experience. We're going to show you the triple threat. We're going to show you all kinds of fun stuff that you didn't see last season. But we won't bore you with commercials. We won't do any of that stuff. We'll just casually mention what they are, and you can always find them on chasingtheflames.com. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and the next episode, and the next episode of Chasing the Flames. Speaking of that, let's get back to Chasing the Flames. This is a suspension grill. This is adjustable. It's kind of like a Santa Maria. We call it a Santa Maria kind of configuration. But you're able to adjust the height of your grill any number of different ways. You can hang pots from here, cook right over the fire if you want. And if you're going to do a slow smoke or slow roast and smoke, you'd probably have this thing about yay high. This round feature that with this little wall we made is actually to protect the wind. We've got just a very light breeze blowing right now, but it'll protect the base of the fire. That's really what we want. Because as I'll explain in a little bit, fire is something that cooperates with itself in order to make the flame. I'm going to talk about searing, flame searing. Now, I said earlier that it's very difficult to flame sear. It is. When we sear the cod today, we're going to put on a little griddle that'll go on this grill, but it's going to be on the flame directly. And it's going to happen very quickly. We're going to sear it, seal it, take it off, because if we let it cook too long, that's no bueno. What's going to happen is it's going to overcook, and it's going to not be flaky and juicy and real fishy like we like it. It's going to be like rubber. So we want to avoid that. But indirect and direct heat are two different things in terms of cooking. Indirect heat is to finish foods and keep foods warm. Direct heat is really for searing. But we're going to cook some really nice tomahawks on here. That's our annual first show meal. That's going to be wet aged beef. And we're going to sear them over the flame like we did last year. Flame searing is very difficult to do. Takes time, takes practice. But once we're seared on both sides, then we're going to move it as far away from that flame as we can to finish the cook with this device. This is one of the great things about being outdoors is you got all this surrounding you. You got a fire going, you got good food cooking. What else do you want? Because when you're done, it's going to be wow good. Let's get back to chasing the flames.
Chasing the flames, chasing the flames.
Hi folks, Marley Fletcher here, owner of Santa Fe Kia. You know, at Santa Fe Kia, we like the byline of Santa Fe Kia is where we treat you different. Some reasons why. I'm remodeling our facility to make it better for our customers. Our salespeople treat people with respect and the way they'd like to come and purchase a vehicle. That's why at Santa Fe Kia, it's where we treat you different.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's get back to chasing the flames. We're going to start this fire. We're going to show you how a fire develops. So we've got some fire starters here. We've got all our wood set up. Remember what I said about fire? You create a compound flame from all the layers of all of your fuel to the point where it'll get up this high. That's too high for searing. We want it just a few inches above the grill when we get ready to sear today. But this fire is going to take about an hour to mature. So when we start it, get a good look at it, because in about 15 minutes it's going to look completely different. There we go. And the last one up front. Let's add one more log over here. And we'll add another one right here. Because you can't, it's real hard to light them when they're underneath all these logs. So that's going now. In another 15 minutes, we'll take another shot. You'll be amazed at how this fire will change. Let's get back to chasing the flames. Look who's with me. Little cuz. Abel Lovato's back this season with us. And glad to have you back, buddy.
Glad to be back.
What are you cooking today?
Today I'll be cooking lemon cakes in the Beast once again.
All right. These things are wonderful. You're going to, just looking at them, you're going to get about 50 calories. Eating it is about 6,000. This is my buddy Audra. Audra's the newest sous chef on Chasing the Flames. And she's a very competent cook. She's been a great help today. And we're going to put a little marinade together with this cod. Very simple marinade, by the way. But we've got a piece of fish here that BTP sent us. And there's very little thickness here, but a lot of thickness here. So when I cooked this the last time, Phil, my best buddy and one of the producers on the show, by the look on his face when he took a bite of that really thin fish that was overcooked, I knew exactly what was going to come out of his mouth next. I thought it would be the fish, but no. He decided to chew the fish, swallow the fish, but it was too well done, okay? The flavor was there, but the texture was awful. So what we're going to do is we're going to separate the thin from the thick. This is very easy to do, just a single cut. Boom. All right, that was simple. And we'll put the two thin guys sort of side by side. All right, there we go. And they're going to cook very, very quickly. Audra?
Yes, Chef.
What are you going to be cooking today?
Well, I will sear that cod a little later, but right now we're going to work on the marinade.
Right on. Let's do the marinade.
All right.
Get us a little lemon in there.
Yeah, a little lemon juice. Good deal.
All right.
Some salt.
Hit it nicely. Little,
Take the bottom off.
Oh, the bottom.
you'll get used to it. The reason I use these things, I have several different salts, is because it's so evenly distributed. It's so consistent. Now, a lot of times, I've never agreed with a chef holding a bowl of salt, putting his fingers in it, then sprinkling it around. It looks really cool. But from a safe serve standpoint, it's really not that safe. Every time you're just adding a little more bacteria, and nothing's really going to grow on salt per se, but it's just going to get dirty. We don't want to do that. We're adding a little olive oil here. And now this wonderful Chinese wine.
That's right.
A little rice wine here. And then we'll hit that pepper, really be a little liberal with it.
The pepper. Will you do the honors?
All right. I'll hold it. You turn it. This is teamwork here. All right. We're going to be liberal with the pepper. Cod is a really unique fish. It's gentle, it's very delicate, and it has a good fishy flavor to it, okay? So there we go. I think let's get this guy and we're good. All right.
Wow.
My grandma loves cod.
It's one of my favorite fish. Right now we're gonna head off and we're gonna go check the flames. Filming the bar. Fire roasted veggies. That's what we're going to make today. Now, it's important to know we're going to cook this in tin foil right on the coals. So we're going to have all kinds of different vegetables: tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, onions, different types of peppers, green chili peppers, bell peppers. All of that's going to be roasted on the coals inside this little aluminum pouch. So I'm going to show you how the fast way to cut a bell pepper. This is really simple, he says as he cuts his finger off. You just go around like this and bingo, bango, bongo. There it is. Cut this about bite size, maybe a little larger. They're going to cook, they're going to shrink. So we're going to put that guy in there. We're going to quarter this guy. Nice Spanish onion, red onion as we call them here in the States. Actually going to make this guy just a little bit smaller. And set him in there. This is my favorite part of making this dish. Garlic. Just throw it in there. Let it go. And you're going to add a little olive oil. We're going to cut a nice hunk of butter. Yay big. That goes in there. A little salt. Little pepper. My favorite tool in the kitchen is this wonderful pepper mill. Maybe a little bit more. oil on the veggies, make sure they stay nice and moist. Then what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap this and we're going to make it very tight so that this will actually steam in there as well as cook, okay? Make sure it's tight. Boom. Pack it in there very nicely. There's your pack. You're ready to cook. And it'll be wow good. We are here at the On-Call Outdoor Chef Fire Pit. Now, Audra, sous chef on the show, very competent chef, is helping us out this season. And these are those wonderful veggie packs. We're just gonna lay these guys right on the coals. The reason I have goggles on is there is a boatload of smoke that's coming out here, which we love, but it will make you cry. You can already hear them sizzle. What a great sound. That fire is just perfect for what we want. We're gonna add a couple logs. Remember I told you it's gonna change as we go. Let me get a little more flame here. Give those vegetables some time and it's gonna be wow good.
Chasing the flames, chasing the flames.
Need custom shirts, polos, or promotional gear? Fast, affordable, and with zero hassles? At Turbo Threads, we offer digital printing and embroidery with low minimums and no setup charges. Whether you're outfitting a team, promoting your business, or just want a standout custom shirt, we've got you covered. Quick turnaround, quality you can trust. Located right here in Rio Rancho, Turbo Threads, your one-stop shop for custom apparel and promo products. Visit turbothreads.com or call 505-999-1234 today, because great-looking gear shouldn't wait.
Let's get back to chasing the flames.
We are making some lemon cakes. And here I'm getting ready to mix up the wet ingredients. So we got some yogurt. I already have egg yolks in the bowl. Get that in there. Okay. A good neutral oil. In this case, we are using corn oil. Give that a little bit of a mix before adding in our lemon juice. Here I just have some lemon juice and my lemon zest. And that's obviously our key to making these lemon cakes. Get that nice and mixed up. And combine together to make our batter. And here I just have some flour, baking soda, and our sugar. And the baking soda and lemon juice are the key to creating a nice, light, airy, and soft texture, as well as the yogurt. You're not baking properly if you don't splash a little flour around. Remember, when you're mixing, you never want to overmix. You just want to get that flour distributed evenly throughout. You can see we got a nice light airy texture already. And now we are ready to put these in some ramekins. I like to use an ice cream scoop for this. Just makes it a little bit easier to make sure you fill up your ramekins properly. As well as it's just a big scoop to use instead of a little spoon. Okay, I think these are about ready to go into the beast.
We're cooking on the asado and we've got our fire roasted vegetables here. They're done. The way you can tell is if you have one of these wonderful little guns, you can just point it at it and it'll tell you what temperature it is. These guys are around 495 degrees. I'd say they're done. Now, this is the challenging part. Gotta have the tools, man. You can't use a regular set of tongs because it'll put you too close to the flame and you'll go up in flames. You don't want that. Yeah. Go. Be careful.
Yep.
Touch it. There we go. All right. We got them all off. One of the advantages of cooking fire roasted vegetables is you get to unfurl the vegetable from the tinfoil. But the real advantage is Audra and I get to taste this stuff. So I want one with a little char. This is green chili. Oh my God. I don't want to stop eating it, but got to save some for the boss's guests. Ooh, look at all that juice. Look what's coming next.
Oh, nice.
Look at the color here, everybody. This is really pretty stuff. Yeah. One last one. Woo, that's a hot one. Oh, this is the Spanish onion. Look at that. Fantastic. I think this is going to be wow good.
Lemon cakes are ready, so let's pull them out and see how they look. Oh yeah, we got beautiful caramelization. They rose a little bit. And those should be wow good.
I got these on again. I'm with Audra. I'm going to show you how easy it is to sear. Sear with high heat, no less. I got these on because we're going to be real close to the smoke, and I don't want to be crying all over the wonderful fish that we've got here. These were great cods. The two thick guys. There we go. Now the little thin guys. Remember how we cut that stuff? One more there. Now the little thin guys are only going to take a couple minutes. We're going to flip them here shortly. And then that fish is going to be done. Yeah. Flaky fish. Now this side, we're going to let cook a little longer now that we've just sealed that backside. That you could take the little thin guys off. And we'll go finish them up top if we need to, but I don't think we need to. That's beautiful.
I got it.
Perfect.
Chasing the flames, chasing the flames.
This is the commercial grade triple threat. This is what goes in restaurants. When you're a restaurant owner and you want to get into wood-fired cooking, you got to get a smoker, you got to get a wood-fired grill, then you got to go get a wood-fired oven. 3 huge appliances, 3 penetrations or adjustments to your hood. No, you get all 3 right here. And guess what? 1 penetration. Now, what does it do? Well, we can grill. We can turn this into an oven and do pizza, or we can smoke from here. This is a fantastic device that allows restaurants to get in the wood-fired business very inexpensively and very quickly. Check it out on chasingtheflames.com. The big commercial grade. We call it the triple threat, and it's dynamite.
Hi, I'm George Lovato Jr., the on-call outdoor chef. And listen, thank you for watching Chasing the Flames. We have a ton of fun making it. But I want to remind you, watch out for episode 2 next week on Comcast Channel 26 at 6 p.m. every Thursday. We thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
We're going to start it off. We're going to get the heat radiating on those bones into that really good, scrumptious rib meat. It takes a village to put this show together and do all the cooks. And we're gonna go around like so. Now you're wondering, grill marking, prosciutto? We're gonna char a little lettuce for our friends.
All right, so I'm just gonna roll them out over here.
The Yakitori grill. You listening to that sizzle? Ooh, wow. And it's just smelling groovy over here.
Let's get back to chasing the flames together.
Let's get back to chasing the flames. Now this is the fun part of searing on flame. We got the perfect flame. We're gonna add just one more log, maybe two. Let's do two and some rosemary. Let's get that rosemary in there. And we want that flame coming up just a little bit more. Look at the size of this thing. Look how thick it is. This is a wet-aged tomahawk steak. This is what the boss wants, so we're giving him the best we can. We're gonna use wet-aged beefs, porks, all kinds of poultries. You'll see how it'll work this whole season. And I think you'll be able to tell by the reaction of people's faces, the boss's guests, that this stuff is wow good. Here we go. Now for a little contrast, here is a wet-aged New York Wagyu steak. You can hear that. That sounds wonderful. Now, we got the flame perfect. It's just kissing the bottom of this skillet pan. And if you notice, you got to go by sound now. This is the most important thing. Sound's going to tell the story. Now that big, thick son of a gun, we're going to get a nice, really good-looking bark on both sides. It's going to be thick, okay? And it's going to be hard, but it's going to be full of the seasoning flavor that's in there. And that stuff is just killer. I'm telling you, it's the best meat I've ever eaten. I love dry aging, but wet aging to me is better because wet aging, you don't lose as much product from it just drying out. That's the big problem. Dry aging shrinks your product. It does intensify the flavor quite a bit, but you lose 10 to 20% in some cases, depending on how long you're aging it for. Wet age is done in a sealed environment. It sits at about 40 degrees. Sometimes they have different mixtures they may put in there with it. This is just salt and pepper, and it just sat in there and just got lovely. That's all I got to say. And we'll get back to chasing the flames when we start to flip these guys over.
Great steak for all the time. Sugar.
Here's our wet-aged ribeye, actually a tomahawk. It's done, takes a while. It's big and thick, but it's done perfect right now. So we're gonna just go ahead and grab our little friend here and put him right in the pan. And we're gonna start some wow good food in just a few minutes. It's time to carve the steak. So here we go. Let's see how we cooked it. Oh boy, I can tell you already. We're gonna get it into real thin slices. We got a little blue in here. We got a little medium rare. I want you to look at this guy. Look at that. That is about as perfect as it can get. This is called blue. That's rare, but when you touch it, it's warm. Look at that bone. Oh boy. There we go. Bone and all. And we've got a little blue over here, we've got some rare in there, and we've got some medium rare over here. So we've got really taken care of everybody. And I think if you've never had blue before, you might want to try it. It's red, warm, center. That's what you want. Always season. You don't just hit it lightly. There we go. A little pepper. Lightly. And we're done. Now it's time to start eating what the Flames did.
Hello, George. It's Jaime. So, how did it go?
Yes, they're having a great time. Super time. You can hear them in the background. This is a toast to our sponsors. Here, Marty, Ray Tech, there, Mike, doggone it, to one of our big distributors and our favorite Channel 26, Steve Davis. And we have a legend in the house. Again, he's back to try my blue. Jeff Symbieta. Hey, Jeff, thanks for coming. So let's start chowing down. Chasing the flames!
How were the Fred Flintstone Tomahawk Anniversary Steaks? It better have been good, George. You got that,
everything.
George? And how about that fire? I'm nervous. You better put the fire out, George. You don't want to set the place on fire, and you don't want to set my clients on fire. What a disaster that would be. I hope my clients are okay. George, are the clients okay? They better be okay, George. I'm worried. I'm nervous. You got that, George?
Can you let me go? Boss? Boss?
No one melts. Do not melt my clients, George. It'll be a disaster. You got that, George?
I'm chasing the flame.
Let's get back to chasing. Let's get back to...
Chilies grow across.
I swallowed that gnat. Okay.
With a flare,
And she's a she's the newest shoe.
You're trying to.
Now it's time to start eating what the Flames. I gotta get away from this heat. Woo!
I'm called create the perfect vibe. I'm chasing the flames, chasing the flames. I'm chasing the flames, chasing the
Look at the size of this thing. Look how thick it is. This is a wet-aged tomahawk steak.
I'm chasing the flame, chasing the flame.
You know, last season, we never really spent a lot of time showing you what it's like in the prep process, the prep stage of getting everything ready. Look at the color here, everybody. This is really pretty stuff.
Oh yeah, we got beautiful caramelization. They rose a little bit. And those should be wow good.
There we go. Now the little thin guys.
And Chef has asked me to make this marinade with you for the ribs today.
And we'll get this big guy in there. And we'll set it here. We're gonna start it off. We're gonna get the heat radiating on those bones into that really good, scrumptious rib meat. It takes a village to put this show together and do all the cooks. And we're gonna go around like so. Now you're wondering, grill marking, prosciutto? We're gonna char a little lettuce for our friends. They want a little extra salad.
All right, so I'm just gonna roll them out over here.
The Yakitori grill. You listening to that sizzle? Ooh, wow. And it's just smelling groovy over here.
Chicken's not fatty, but there's fat in the skin, so we're trying to
Yeah.
cook that fat out. See, we have a nice crispy skin. Now we're gonna put a little smoke on it. To add that little something special that you don't usually see in this recipe. Our pot is simmering here with all of our aromatics, our veggies, our red wine.
Look at every space there, we're bubbling. Look how even that bubbling is. Now this will rise, correct, for what, an hour?
Hour and a half to 2 hours.
You know we like garlic around here. And my favorite, smoked paprika.
And then we're gonna get these on the grill. You don't really wanna cook these that long. I think mine's ready. Perfect cook.
Bon appetit.
Smells good.
Yeah.
This is a New Mexican seafood boil. Now I know that sounds kind of like odd, a seafood boil in New Mexico. That's a seeded green chili right there. And there you go. We've got a lot of good stuff here. Chef Audra is going to walk you through this wonderful stuff. But I just wanted to come and say hi this season and show you my big prawns. Now, my wife always says, you know, go get some big prawns. I say, honey, I'm right here. I'm the biggest prawn. Just poach me, please.
So when you flip it over, you'll have your caramel, and then the flan, and then your cake is actually going to be the bottom.
Black pepper all the time. Just about everything you're cooking, you're always going to put some kind of salt and pepper seasoning in it. So you never want to run out. That's why I've got this big monster here. And so here we go. Let's fire it up. All right. Now we're going to add some beer. So we've got crab legs in there. And everybody is going to get a lobster today. Or maybe a half one if you're bad. How's that look? Perfect, perfect. This is about what we need to do when we season it, all right? And we're gonna poke some holes in here, and we're gonna plant a little garlic, a little mint, and these lemon slices are gonna go in there. And then we're gonna cook it on live fire in the coals after we wrap it in a little tin foil.
Now we're going to throw it into the beast, just long enough to try to release some of the aromatics.
A couple cloves of crushed garlic, right in the middle, beautiful.
The meat is shrinking, and so it's pushing out all that garlic, all those lemons that we stuffed deep in that tissue, and it is just gorgeous. Right on. That's pretty. Now, the fun part about carving the leg of lamb is right in the middle. I get to do that. Oh my God. So let's get the salt started. Say that 5 times real fast. Let's get the salt started. I couldn't say sous chef a few weeks ago. Don't know why. I'm gonna press that in again. This is what it looks like, and if you can feel it out here, it's a very significant amount of heat, which is part of what Binchotown is all about. We want that smooth bite that you get when shrimp is cooked just right. So chef, take it away. Rock and roll.
Shrimp poaching time. It's already getting pink. So we're just gonna lightly cook, a gentle stir, kind of fold those into the potatoes.
Indirect heat and a lot of smoke. It's one thing about this little pit boss is that it really throws out a lot of smoke. So we're gonna get a very smoky flavor.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these carrots right on the grill. Nice hot grill, about 450 degrees.
The end cut is always the chef's cut because it's my favorite. Look at this, oh, and we are done. That's prime rib. And I guarantee you this is gonna be wow good.
I'm chasing the flames, chasing the flames. I'm chasing the flames.
And she's a she's the newest shoe.
You're trying to.
Now it's time to start eating what the flames.
And then a little later, chef will finish off at the grill pit thing.
that invoke a different sort of reaction in your favorite plot.
A couple cloves of crushed butter.
This is one of the advantages of being the chef. You get to taste all day long, and this is delicious. This is wow good, but don't tell anybody that I stole some.
I saw it.
Let's get back to chasing the flames.